What is ever what is up, everybody? Welcome to the Physical Media Report, episode 52, my 1 year anniversary episode. Is everything coming clear through clear, guys? Am I sounding okay? I don't know. I just feel like something's messed up and I forgot about something. But yeah, let's get into it, guys. I decided to do this show live for the first time ever. So this episode is going to have a little bit different of a feel to it. So if you're watching it on the replay, like I know a lot of people do, I apologize that it's not all nice and laid out for you like I usually have it every Monday. But yeah, I just wanted to do something special to kind of celebrate the occasion because yeah, I mean, it's 1 year. I have not missed 1 week of doing the show since I started it back in April of 2020. And this was kind of like my first big series on this channel. This was probably the thing that really kind of separated me from everybody else. I think it was kind of a different idea that I came up with. I mean, of course, people talk about new Blu-rays and stuff, but I just kind of came up with the idea of laying it all out. New releases, but we're also going to talk about announcements. We're going to talk about deals. I used to do top 5 Blu-rays and top 5 4Ks every week, but I cut it out to kind of shorten the length of the show. In the very beginning of the show, I used to take questions from my Instagram. I would have people like ask me questions on their physical media, and then I would answer those on the show. I would also show off like my new releases that I picked up for the week, just a lot of different stuff that I used to incorporate into the show. And it was like 30, 35 minutes, sometimes 40-minute episodes when I first started doing it. And my original intention for this show was it to have kind of a live stream type feel to it, but not actually live stream. Like you can go all the way back. And maybe at some point I might pull that up on here. It might be fun to kind of go back and look at my first episode on here today. And you can go all the way back and you can see where I'm just kind of sitting there at my keyboard and I'm just like talking about stuff as I'm reading it off the laptop, and I'm just filming myself do that. So yeah, so 1 year, 52 episodes later, and I'm still here talking about some new Blu-rays and 4Ks and all of that good stuff. So yeah, and also I just appreciate everybody that watches this show every single week. It was one of my favorite things to do. So when I started this channel, I didn't really know what I wanted it to be. I used to do unboxings. I did some Blu-ray hunts there, here and there. And then I started doing like movie reviews. I would go to the theater. I reviewed like Sonic and The Invisible Man. So then when everything went to shit last year and we went to the quarantine, I was like, I got to go back to the drawing board. I got to figure out what I'm doing with this channel, what I want to redirect my focus to. And of course, I love physical media. I love talking about physical media. So I was like, what if I do a show where I talk about the new releases every week and just incorporate a whole bunch of different stuff, physical media related, and just kind of like make an event type show out of it, kind of like a news reporting style show where I just talk about new releases and stuff. So I don't know. I thought it was a pretty good idea. And it was one that honestly, it keeps me structured. It keeps me organized. It keeps me coming back. I've got a guaranteed idea every single week, something to put on this channel. And there were weeks where the only video I would put up was my physical media report. So, of course, now I do tons of other stuff, but back in the beginning of the channel, back in April and May of last year, when I didn't really have a ton of ideas for stuff to do, I always had my physical media report. So I've always appreciated that show for this. So we got some people on the chat coming to join us here today. And I know it's a weird, awkward time. I usually go live at night. So going live in the day is just something that's very new for me. I haven't really tried it yet. But I appreciate everybody that's here. I don't anticipate this live stream to be popping off like some of my other ones at night. But I appreciate everybody that's here right now, everybody that checks out the replay. Again, I apologize that this is not going to be in like easily digestible form as most of my physical media reports are. This might run an hour and 20. I don't know. We'll see how far we get into it. There's a lot of stuff I want to cover. There's a lot of cool announcements that just got announced right before I went live. So let's go all the way back and see who we got joining us here today. We got John McMeary, Minami, I'm sorry, I can't pronounce your last name. Work always prevents me from doing the live stream, but I am able to finally see one. Awesome, man. Glad you're able to. Yeah, because I know that some people, they probably work night shifts. So some of my live streams I do at night, nobody can ever join live, but I always appreciate anybody that watches the replays because I've noticed a lot of people will watch my live streams on the replays. So I definitely appreciate that, man. So I'm glad you're finally able to join one in the day. 4K Corner is here, the commissioner of the Movie Collection Battle League, which if you guys are not checking that out, it is the hottest physical media game on YouTube. So go check out his channel and all of the awesome movie collection battles. Unwrap Them Movies says, let's go. Of course, go check out Daniel's channel. Does tons of great unboxings and live streams weekly. Physical media. He's a big physical media guy, as I'm sure that everybody that's here right now is. So I appreciate everybody joining. John M says, congratulations. Thank you, John. And I've noticed you're a pretty consistent commenter on the Physical Media Report. You comment and stuff like that, and I appreciate you watching, man. I really do. Kobe Dog 31 says, Physical Media live? ? Yes, Kobe Dog. We are live today for the 1 year anniversary of this show. So definitely appreciate you joining. You're another one that I notice comments a lot and checks out the show. So definitely appreciate you being here. Unwrap the Movie says, congrats, Ken. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Kobe Dog 31 says, a treat to be sure. Well, thank you, man. Tony's Movies and More is here. He says, hello, Mid-Level Media. Congrats on your 1 year anniversary. I appreciate it, Tony. You're a staple over at Susan's channel, so I appreciate you coming over to mine here this morning and checking me out. Let's see. Kobe Dog 31 says, Ken, you're a good guy. Thank you for doing this every week. Yeah, and I love doing this show, and like I said, this kind of helps me because I know every single Monday I have to do this show. Like I feel that pressure, that like obligation to you guys to every single week. There's some weeks I wake up on Monday and it's like I work all weekend. I'm just like, I don't feel like getting up and figuring all this stuff out today. Can I take a day off? And I just never let myself do it because I just feel like it's important. And I love doing it, to be honest. So as long as you guys keep watching the show, I will keep making episodes of the show. Kobe Dog 31 says, congratulations on 1 year. Thank you, man. Patrick Coran is here. He says, hello. What is up, Patrick? I appreciate you being here. 4K Corner says, are you giving away a league of their own 4K today? I'm sorry, man. I'm not. I wish, you know what I wish for you, 4K? I wish for you it's sometime in 2021 that they announce that they are releasing a league of their own on 4K standalone copy. I really wish that for you. But to be honest, man, just buy that Columbia Classic set. It's an awesome set. Lawrence, there's tons of great films in that set that you would probably enjoy. So I recommend buying it because it's a spectacular set, to be honest. And I don't think it's too much right now, to be honest. So I'm sorry, I can't part with a league. For one, I'll be breaking up the set, and I just can't do that. Like my OCD would drive me crazy. And that's one of my favorite movies of all time. It's probably my favorite sports movie of all time is A League of Their Own. Biffer the Hobbit says, you're mad early today. I am mad early today, man. This is usually the time where I film this show is around 1 o'clock, and then I'm editing. And then I usually try to get it up around 5 or 6 o'clock at night. So in a lot of ways, this is easier to get on here and just talk about this stuff because I'm just going to kind of screen share and go over stuff with you guys. But yeah, it's also, I can't like streamline it like I want to because my intention was to never make this show like an hour or an hour and a half. It's not like an event type show it's going to be today. Like I like to keep it within a reasonable length because I know a lot of people will not watch all of it if it's too long. But again, it's a special occasion. I wanted to do something special for it. It was important to me. It was cool that because to be honest, like I don't usually consistently follow through with stuff on that. And for some reason, like with this channel, with my Instagram, like this stuff, I've just been the most consistent with it than I ever have with anything in my entire life. And I have no idea what's gotten into me, but maybe it's just my love for physical media. But yeah, glad to be here today talking physical media with everybody. And one thing I want to call out that I usually call out at the beginning of my pre-recorded show, but if you haven't yet subscribed to this channel, if you're just now finding me in this live stream, hit that subscribe button, do tons of physical media-based content on this channel. Also, be sure to hit that like button for me. I would definitely appreciate it if you hit that like button. And Martinez Joe 74 is here. He says, hi, everyone. Martinez will actually be on the channel tomorrow night in another live stream on my World's Biggest Collectors podcast, episode 5. So we're going to be talking about a lot of stuff tomorrow night, a lot of things physical media. So definitely come check us out tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Kobe Dog 31 says, Ken, you're one of my favorite channels. I always love your videos. I appreciate that, man. And like, I don't always see you in the live streams and stuff, so that's really cool feedback to hear. But like I said, I always see you in the comment section and stuff. And again, yeah, I appreciate that, man. It really makes me really warms my heart to hear that. Chongo Chalupa is in the house. Hello, what is up, Chongo Chalupa? How are you doing on this Monday afternoon, morning, wherever you're at in the country? It might be morning still. You might still be just hanging out in your underwear, sipping on your coffee, like I was about an hour ago before I went live. But yeah, let's see. Sonic was sick. Are you talking about the movie Sonic? Unwrap them movies at 4K Corner. Let's see. Yeah, okay. I'm assuming you're talking about when I said I reviewed Sonic. So yeah, if you want to go back and see me at my very early YouTube days where I was just an extreme amateur, not that I'm too much better now. But yeah, go check out that Sonic review and you'll probably get some laughs out of it. Kobe Dog 31 said, Ken, when will you start reviewing 3D Blu-rays? Kobe Dog, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not a big 3D guy. I never liked going to see movies in 3D in the theaters. I've never owned a 3D TV. I don't even think I've ever watched a movie in 3D in physical media. So I don't see myself getting into that format anytime soon. I appreciate like the older movies from the 80s, like Jaws 3D and Friday the 13th 3D with a little stupid red and blue sunglasses. But the way they do 3D now, I don't like wearing them. I mean, I wear glasses anyway, but I've never liked wearing the glasses in the theaters. It just always feels kind of wonky and weird. And I'm just not a big 3D guy. So it's probably not going to happen on this channel, but I can guarantee you there's tons of great movie, physical media review channels that do awesome 3D Blu-ray reviews. So definitely go check them out. Kobe Dog 31 says, 3D making a comeback this year. KL putting out a bunch of 3D titles, and so is Warner Brothers. Are you talking about Kino Lorber? Are they putting out a bunch of 3D titles? I haven't really seen that. 4K Corner says, unwrap them movies. He knows I want that movie so bad. That has been a long-standing, I don't want to say joke, but kind of like thing with us since I bought that set last June, 4K. So, look, man, I really want to give it to him. Maybe one day I will. But not right now. I'm sorry. Kobe Doc 31 said, Ken, oops, the big monkey Godzilla vs. Kong will be on 3D Blu-ray. Will it really? See, because I thought they were kind of gravitating away towards the 3D, but I could be wrong. Kobe Dog 31 says, I am Canadian. Lionsgate never puts their 4K catalog titles out in Canada. We'll have to import Saw just like I had to with Rambo 4. Well, that sucks. The Columbia Classic set is so nice. It is very nice. Let's see. Will you be picking up Spaceballs 4K, Ken? Yes, I actually pre-ordered that a couple nights ago. So hopefully it's here this week sometime. I got it from Amazon. So I just don't have the confidence that it'll be in Best Buy. It might. I know they did Mad Max in 4K in Best Buy, but I don't know. I just don't feel like it'll be in stores this week, so I didn't want to chance it, so I went and ordered it. Martinez Joe said, yes, sir, I will be there. Well, I hope you're there, Martinez, because I'm getting ready to advertise that thing when we get off of here. So if you're not there, there's going to be a lot of disappointed people. Martinez Joe 74 says, I love 3D titles, have over 400 3D titles. Awesome, man. Martinez needs to review some 3D Blu-rays then. Kobe Dog 31 says, fair, I got a 3D projector over the summer. It's better at home than in theater. 80s 3D is a lot of fun. Friday the 13th Part 3 from Shop Factory looks so good. That's one of the only ones I haven't checked out yet. Chongo Chalupa says, will you be doing another Actors Filmography battle live stream? I definitely will. Maybe this Sunday? I don't know. We'll see. I kind of wanted to spread them out. I don't want to do them every week to week because I don't want it to get tired and repetitive. So Kobe Dog 31 says, Martinez Joe 74, nice. What is your favorite 3D title? 3D document is Into the Deep. Let's see, 4K Corner. I wouldn't want you to split the box set up like that. Don't laugh, 4K. If I gave you that League of Their Own 4K, you would gladly take it, and you would not care about the splitting of my box set one bit. But I highly recommend you buy that set, man. I think there's some movies in there that you would enjoy. Dr. Strangelove is a great Kubrick movie. I don't know how you are on like satire and stuff, but it's a great movie. It's got Jerry Maguire. It's got, Lawrence of Arabia. I'm Gandhi. It's got a lot of good titles in there. Blue 15 says, hey Ken, it's the Geek Collector 15 here. Congrats on the 1 year on YouTube. Keep up the great work. Well, I've actually been on YouTube a little bit longer than 1 year. I would put my start on YouTube somewhere in the fall of 2019, even though I did do a Blu-ray hunt in, I think, March of 2019. So it's about 2 years now, I would guess. Because I remember the first one I did was a Pet Sematary and Aquaman when Aquaman came out. And then I did that, and then I just didn't do one again until the fall of that year. I wasn't really comfortable doing them back then. But I would say I really started getting into it, like, at least as far as like doing a video every week at the beginning of 2020. So I would say I'm about 15 months in. But yeah, I appreciate that, man. Martinez Joe 74 says, feature film in 3D, Doctor Strange and the Fantastic Beasts, Crimes of Grindelwald looks best in 3D. Looking at the prices for the Columbia Classic box set now, I know it fluctuates in price a lot. I think it was under 100 not too long ago, but I could be wrong. So let's go ahead and get into the show, guys, because we've got some, I don't really have a lot of rumors to cover, but there was a really exciting announcement that came out. And like always, guys, if you guys want to comment, on what we're talking about, feel free to do so. I'll get back to your comments eventually, but I really want to just dive into the new stuff that was announced, because there's a lot of cool stuff that was just announced right before I went live. And, I had to change my thumbnail and everything. It was such a big deal. So let's get into it. All right. So let's back up a little quick. So we had some new Shout Factory, Screen Factory titles announced for the month of July. And some ones that I would care about getting. So that was cool. It doesn't feel like we've had those like big announcements that really just pop within Shout Factory, within Criterion, like all year. And hopefully we're going to be starting to get those. So we have Brotherhood of the Wolf Collector's Edition. It has an exclusive poster. I'm not really familiar with this movie. So somebody down there in the comments can let me know if this is something that I should maybe get. I'm trying to look for a date on when this is coming out. I know the date for the two big ones that I went over. Okay, so this is July 27th that this will be coming out. Brotherhood of the Wolf, a Christopher Gaines movie. So yeah, I mean, it looks like a fantasy type movie. I don't know. Somebody let me know what that one is. Then we have Chamber of Horrors, which looks like some kind of classic horror film. July 27th is when this comes out. Let's see. And all these are available for pre-order. They're not even on Bluray.com yet. That's how new this announcement is. So The Dead Zone, which a movie I do know. I actually watched it last year, December, I think, for my Cronenberg series on Instagram. This comes out on July 27th. This is an awesome cover. This movie I enjoyed. I wish it would have stayed more of kind of like a mystery crime thriller. I didn't really like the directions that it went in the second half. I enjoyed the first half much more than the second. But Walken he's Walken, and he's always fantastic. So it's at least watchable just for him. And yeah, this cover is incredible. Stephen King. It's Stephen King adaptation directed by David Cronenberg. So yeah, $28.43 right now. Not a bad price for that. And you get an exclusive poster with it. So that is cool. That is cool. We have A Stranger is Watching, comes out on July the 20th. Beneath New York's Grand Central Station, a killer can hide his victims. Let's see. Is everybody seeing everything okay? Let me know if not. Let's see. A killer can hide victims, can disappear, and 1 million witnesses will never know it happened. Is this like a part of The Stranger series, like one of Stranger Calls series. I'm not sure if that's it, but that comes out on July the 20th. But the big one that was announced, well, we can go ahead and get into Eight-Legged Freaks if you guys are interested in that. Released July 20th is Eight-Legged Freaks. I have not seen this movie since it was in theaters. I remember watching it. I think it came out in 2002. I think it was a summer movie. It came out in the summer, maybe. Yeah, I remember seeing it in theaters, and I remember having some fun with it. But I remember it being a movie that I never felt the need to return to ever again in my entire life. But this is the big one, guys. This is the one that everybody's excited about. Everybody's been clamoring for the longest time, and that is House of Wax from 2005. Getting a Scream Factory Shout Factory release on July the 13th for $28.43. So yeah, House of Wax is a movie that I saw. I'm trying to think. I saw this one in theaters back in 2005, and I thought it was okay. I thought that it was an okay kind of slasher movie. To be honest, like in the 2000s, I'm not a big fan of 2000s horror movies, and I just haven't been. It was just a down period for horror for me. And this, at the time, I felt was really no exception. It wasn't until recently when I rewatched it in the past few years that I've learned to just appreciate it for its just pure slasher qualities. And yeah, it's got a great cast. You know, you got Paris Hilton, you got Elisha Cuthbert, which, you know, she was all the the rage back in the 2000s, ever since Old School, which is the first movie I saw her in. Chad Michael Murray. I mean, it was a good slasher movie. It had a good slasher villain. Honestly, I am surprised that they did not turn this into more of a franchise, because I think that's more so than Wrong Turn. This would have really made an excellent horror franchise in the 2000s, and I wish that this would have went on and had a series instead of, you know, some of the other horror franchises in the 2000s. But that's just me. I mean, I just think it's a really cool villain. But yeah, this is a cool cover for sure. So that is the Scream Factory titles that were announced, guys. So let's get into let's see if anybody's commenting, if you guys have anything that you want to say about the new releases that were announced. But yeah, House of Wax is one that I consistently see being brought up by people when Shout Factory, Scream Factory does their new announcements. It's one that people have been wanting for a long time. So let's see. Kobe Dog 31 says, Martinez Joe 74, I need to pick up Doctor Strange in 3D. I've heard it's great. Dredd, Avatar, Kong Skull Island are some of my other favorite 3D titles. The Dead Zone is great. Martinez Joe 74 said, excited for House of Wax and Little Big League. Yeah, those were the other Shout Factory titles. Let me see if I can look those up real quick. The other Shout Factory titles. Because I just looked at the Scream Factory, but Shout Factory came out with some new stuff as well. But yeah, like I said, it's not coming up on Bluray.com as of right now. It might now, but let's see. Let's see here. Let me share my screen again. Again, guys, it's gonna be the kind of show where I just kind of wing it. So again, I'm sorry if you're watching the replay and you don't enjoy that. But hopefully you do. Okay, let's share the screen again. So some of the other stuff we got announced was State and Maine, which I've heard of this movie before. It's got Alec Baldwin in it. Looks like Sarah Jessica Parker. July the 27th. That's a Shout Select title. And yeah, there was a bunch of stuff that was announced. Like this is a big month for July. Let's see. I don't know how I got back to that. Come on now. All right. All right. And now I've completely lost myself here. But yeah, we got Little Big League, a couple other titles. I'm sorry. Let me see if I can refresh Bluray.com if they've actually updated it, because it's just an easier site to navigate for me. But it doesn't look like they have updated the new titles yet. So, all right, let's see what everybody else has to say about this stuff. Excited for House of the Wax. The Dead Zone is going to be awesome, says Blue 15. Unwrap the movie says Eight-Legged Freaks introduced me to Scarlett Johansson. Is she in that movie? I had no idea. Is she really? I did not know that Scarlett Johansson was in Eight-Legged Freaks. I'm going to have to go back and look at that. Blue 15 says, I have to admit, I still haven't seen House of Wax. It's a great slasher. It really is. Especially when you take into account that just 2000s, that was the decade that slashers kind of died, to be honest. And they really haven't come back since. Like I would say slashers haven't had their day since the 90s. And yeah, that was where they died. I think House of Wax might be the last like good slasher movie. I don't know. I could be wrong there. I know people like the Hatchet franchise, but that's more like parody to me. They're not like pure slasher movies. It's like parody of like older slasher movies. You're Next, you could say, is kind of a slasher movie, but that's more falls in the camp of home invasion movie to me. So Kobe Dog 31 says Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2003 needs a new Shout Factory Blu-ray release. I agree. I love that movie. That's a movie from the 2000s I do love. Horror remake that I think is really great. Hey, Ken, I have to get going. I just want to stop by and say congrats. Have a good one. Well, thank you for joining, man. I appreciate that. Kobe Dog 31 says the PNS will be a nice release too. Yep, that was another one that came out with the Adrian Brody in it. Dawn of the Disc has all the new titles on Instagram. He does. Like, that's where I first saw the announcement. I should honestly bring up his Instagram page. I should have done that. So thank you for pointing out that I should have done that. So, Kobe Dog 31 says Halloween 2018 was a good slasher. It was. I don't really count if it's, like Friday the 13th, 2009. It was a good slasher too. But I'm more or less talking about like just new original slashers instead of like, because you're always going to get the revitalization of, slasher. Scream 4 came out in 2011. That's a really good slasher too. But it's more like just a sequel to an existing property already. I'm just talking about, I really want slashers to just come back into prominence into horror. And I just want new slashers, and I wanted new takes on that genre. Cause I love slashers. Like I love paranormal and supernatural and all the art house horror movies that we get now. But yeah, I really love slasher movies and want them to come back. Unwrap the Movie says, yeah, she's in it when she was a teenager at the time. I knew she was in Home Alone 3, but I had no idea she was in Eight-Legged Freaks. Oh, true, you're right. Haven't been many new slashers. Yeah, that's more or less what I'm talking about. But all right, let's see if there's anything else. I'll share the Bluray.com screen with you guys, and we'll see if we've got any new cool announcements. One of the ones that I did have on my thumbnail was Saul on 4K, of course, that was one that I covered as like a rumor a few weeks ago on this show. And now it finally got announced for release, and we will scroll down and see if so 5 days ago it was announced officially to come out on May the 11th. So I'm not sure when Spiral comes out. I think it comes out that week, but that might be in the exact same week that both of those movies come out. So this is only right now. You can pre-order this for $17.99. So that's not a bad price at all for Saw on 4K. Like, I'm not a huge Saw franchise fan. I do really like the first movie, but it's not a franchise that I gravitate towards just in general. So I'm excited to pick this up though, and I will grab it when it comes out for sure, especially at that price. That's a really good price for a 4K release. So yeah, Saw on 4K will be coming out on May the 11th. We also have Deliver Us from Evil coming out on May the 25th. Have never seen that. Altered Innocence Volume 1 Blu-ray announced. Let's see. Universal the Martyrian detailed for Blu-ray, and that's coming out on May the 11th, which is a movie with Jodie Foster that I've heard it was pretty good. It might have been getting some nominations for awards and stuff, but I have not got a chance to check that out. Final Fantasy VII Advent Children complete 4K Blu-ray. I remember this came out in that time when everybody was just wanting that Final Fantasy VII remake, and they still haven't got it yet fully. They've gotten the first part, but not the second. And yeah, I remember people liking this at least a lot better than Spirits from Within or whatever that movie was called. I remember seeing that in the theaters, but I never saw this one. But I remember a lot of people freaking out over it. Of course, I grew up in the 90s and the early 2000s, so I was a big Final Fantasy 7 fan. I used to play that and 8 all the time. So not enough to check out the movie. Again, I'm not a big like animation fan in general when it comes to like adult animation like this, but I don't know. It could be cool for people that are a fan of that, and for people that are a fan of Final Fantasy in general. Another one that was announced last week that I remember sharing. I'll go down a little bit and see if I can find it, but it was Minari. Minari got announced, which of course is a Best Picture nominated film. And let's see. Let's see if I can go all the way down and find out when that one is coming out. Oh, I see it. So that's coming out. That's an A24 film from Lionsgate on May the 18th, right there for Minari. Yeah, so I haven't got a chance to see this yet. I really wanted to watch it before the Oscars, but it's not coming to physical media till after the Oscars, and I'm not going to pay $20 to rent it right now. And I don't see myself getting to the theaters to see it either. So I'm going to buy it on physical media. I love buying all the new A24 films. I don't really care what it is at this point. I will blind buy anything that is A24. And yeah, so another one that got announced was Shoplifters of the World, which is an RLJE Films title. Not really familiar with this, but that comes out on June the 1st. Let's see. American Fighter Blu-ray comes out on May the 25th. Let's make sure I didn't miss anything. We got some Kino titles. Shindoa, detailed for Blu-ray. The Final Stand on Blu-ray on May the 11th. So not a whole lot. It's not like a big, exciting announcement. If it wasn't for those new Shout Factory titles, I wouldn't have had too much to talk about as far as new announcements here today. All right. Clay Pigeons on Blu-ray from Kino. The Long Halloween Part 1 on Blu-ray. So it's a new DC animated film, which I'm pretty sure is a pretty popular comic book series. That's coming out on June the 22nd. I imagine it'll probably have a 4K as well, and probably some Target and Best Buy exclusives that's going to come with it. I would imagine. The French Conspiracy is a Code Red release. It's going to be coming out. Fun with Dick and Jane. The not the Jim Carrey one, but the 1977 version, coming out from Sony on April the 27th. And Scorpion releasing For Those Who Think Young, Blu-ray dated. Severin Films announced July releases. All right, so we got some new films from Severin. If anybody's interested in that, I'll go into that very briefly here and check out what they got as far as their new releases. Let's see. And then after this, we'll go into the deals portion. Siege, Born for Hell, Skin Deep, which looks like a slasher movie of some kind. I don't know. I'm not familiar with who collects Severin. Let me know if anybody you all are in the comment section collects Severin. I've got like one Severin release, I think. I'm pretty sure I do, but it's not a boutique label that I've really dove into yet. But yeah, if anybody else has checked out Severin, let me know. But yeah, those are the new titles for July. Endangered Species on Blu-ray from Lionsgate, and The Spider-Woman Strikes Back Blu-ray coming from Kino Lorber. The Primal Complete First Season, haven't heard of that. Angels of Death Blu-ray from Full Moon Features. We have some Warner Archive May announcements. We also have Tom and Jerry Blu-ray coming out on May the 18th. So I know everybody is super excited for the Tom and Jerry Blu-ray. Let's see. Warner Archive announces May releases. So we got some cool stuff from Warner Archive here. Drunken Master 2. They Won't Believe Me. The Yearling. Mr. Blandy's Builds His Dream House. The Private Lives of Elizabeth and Exis. Escape from Fort Bravo. The Tender Trap. Athena. Bachelor in Paradise. Damn, that is tons of new titles coming out. But I guess the Jackie Chan Drunken Master is really the only one that I've heard of as far as like new films. One thing that I'll see right here I want to go into is this Lax Action Hero. I don't think I've seen the standard like 4K case. I've seen the Steelbook, This is supposedly going to be the 4K cover for The Last Action Hero. So it looks cool. I prefer the Steelbook version. So if that's the cover that looks the best, I'm probably going to get that. But again, this comes out on June the 15th. So, all right, guys, let's back it up. Let's see if you guys are saying anything in the chat right now. And again, 15 people watching. If you can, hit that like button. I would definitely appreciate it. Also, appreciate you guys taking your time out of your day, your morning, to join me here tonight to talk about today to talk about some physical media. Unwrap the Movie says, let's see, Kobe Dog 31. I've already said that one. Freaky with Vince Vaughn from last year. I didn't really care for it, but I guess it was a new slasher. Kind of, yeah, and Happy Death Day too. That's a good point. That's a good point. Martinez Joe 74 says Eden Lake was one of the slashers from the 2000s I love, but I agree with you. Not many good ones. No, and it's just not like the most popular of the genre anymore. Kobe Dog 31 says theaters in Canada are still locked down. Won't be able to see Spiral, sadly. Yeah, that really stinks, man. That really stinks. Let's see. Kobe Dog, completely off topic, but do you think Arrow Video will ever release RoboCop in 4K? Their Blu-ray release had a new 4K scan. Yeah, we got to get RoboCop in 4K at some point. I mean, you would think. I don't know if it's going to be Arrow or if the studio will just release it separately, like a different release. But yeah, you'd have to think that RoboCop is going to be getting a 4K release, especially since it looks like Paul Verhoeven is kind of diving deep into his filmography to do those transfers, because he had Total Recall come out earlier this year or late last year, and he's got Basic Instinct coming. I've heard rumors of Showgirls. I don't know how true that is. But yeah, you would think that RoboCop would be a no-brainer for a 4K release. So yeah, I don't know if Arrow will do it, but I definitely see that one coming out. Kobe Dog 31 says Long Halloween won't get a 4K until both parts are released. It'll be a 4K combo pack in 2022. Okay, that's good to know. Saw, Snyder Cut, Shrek, and The Last Action Hero in 4K are May must-buys. Yeah, I would say out of all of those, it's well, the one I just pulled up said June for Last Action Hero. So, but I do remember it saying May, so I'm gonna have to investigate why there's a difference. Maybe the Steelbook comes out in May, maybe the 4K comes out in June. I don't know. That seems like a weird kind of release schedule, but maybe. I would say out of all those, it's probably Last Action Hero I'm the most excited about. And then Saw, and then Snyder Cut, and then Shrek. I don't even think I'll buy Shrek, so that's probably I like Shrek. I just don't. If it comes out that's like a awesome 4K transfer, I'll grab it. But yeah, I don't know if Shrek's going to be high on the priorities list. I mean, I have Shrek on Blu-ray. So Martinez Joe 74 says I'm excited for the 4K of the bird with the crystal plumage. The limited to 1,000 one is sold out on the Diabolical DVD, but Grindhouse Video has 500 left. Okay, yeah, I'm definitely going to have to check that out then, because that is one that I wanted. Because I thought about picking up the Arrow of that, the regular one, but when I seen the 4K was announced, I'm like, I'm just going to wait till the 4K comes out. Martinez Shell 74 says, I collect Severin, have around 40 to 50 titles. Awesome, man. Awesome. Martinez Joe 74 says, same, Count Dracula and Jaws 5. Cruel Jaws are both nice Severin releases. Standard version of Last Action Hero looks kind of ugly. Sadly, you can't get the Steelbook in Canada. That sucks. Showgirls already has a 4K release, only in Germany, though. Okay. Yeah, I was going to say, I didn't know that. Yeah, for the States, Steelbook of The Last Action Hero comes out in May and the standard release in June. Okay, but that's kind of strange that they would do it that way, but I guess. So with that, guys, we're going to do our first giveaway. If anybody is interested in winning my 4K copy of Dredd, that is going to be the first digital code giveaway that I do on this live stream. I'm going to do this one live. I'm going to do two of them live, but then the last one that I do, I'm going to do for anybody that's watching on the replay. I'm just going to kind of give you something to comment down below, and I'll do like the random pickup, or I'll do the random pick later on. I'll probably finalize that in like 5 days or something, but just kind of like I do on my regular videos for giveaways and stuff like that. So this is for the digital copy, not the steelbook itself, but just the digital code for Dredd in 4K. The only thing that I will ask you all to do, or the question that I'm going to ask, is just name one of the new July Shout Factory titles that we just covered. If you can name one in the chat right now, you will win a copy of Dredd on 4K, the 4K digital code. If you can name one of the Shout Factory titles that we covered, I will give you the digital code of that Dredd 4K. Whoever comments first. Kobe Dog is the winner of the 4K. So yeah, Kobe Dog, if you can, when we leave, when the stream's over, comment down below just your information on Instagram or Twitter or whatever social media that you have, and I will send that digital code over to you, sir. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the deals, guys. And you know the spiel here at the Mid-Level Media channel. You know, we know times are tough. We know that you can't go out every single week and spend $300 to $400 on all the new releases. So I am here to help you guys out, to help you pick your spots, to help you find the deals, and help you save a buck, because we know you love saving money. And yeah, let's talk about some deals. And I'm gonna go a little deeper than I usually do into these deals. All right, so we'll go over the regular deals, the ones that are at the top of the Bluray.com right now. So we got Weird Wisconsin, which is an Arrow release that came out, I think, a couple of months ago, but that's $72.99. So that's a good deal for that set right there. Indiana Jones 4-movie collection right now is $80 for pre-order. So that's probably a decent price for that. It probably won't get too much lower until that comes out. Little Shop of Horrors, which is one I'm actually thinking about ordering. That's $10 right now on Blu-ray. Like I said, Saul is $17.99. The Braveheart Steelbook right now, guys, is only $17. That's a really good price for that. You got the Maltese Falcon, which is another classic film that I might actually order that one too, actually. I buy so many random things off of these deals every single week. Like Eyes Wide Shut right now is $9.99. That's a Kubrick film that I need to have in my collection. So I might end up ordering that one. Good Burger, which came out a couple of months ago, is only $9.99 right now. So good deal from that one. We have another Kubrick film down here, 2001, The Space Odyssey, for $9.99. I think the 4K is only $15 right now, though, guys. And I would honestly really recommend that 4K. It's a great transfer. The original Ghostbusters in 4K is only $12.99. So that is another one that I might check out, because I only have Ghostbusters on Blu-ray. I don't have the 4K. Definitely some good deals this week, guys. The Curse of Frankenstein Warner Archive release is only $13.64, so that's a good price for that. Ray on Blu-ray is $6.99. So yeah, I love just like these random Blu-ray pickups. You'll see Tombstone on here for $7. I'm like, I don't own Tombstone. $7 is just such a accessible price, a purchase price. It's just like if you see something for $7, you're like, yeah, why not? I might as well just grab that. Let's see. Darkest Hours, $12.99. African Queen, $9.99. Here you go, 4K Corner. If you want a League of Their Own, if you want the Blu-ray, it is $11.90. But I imagine that you want the 4K, but because I know you don't collect Blu-rays. But there's the Blu-ray for $11.90. It's a good deal for a Blu-ray, right? I don't know. It feels like that should be a little bit cheaper, to be honest. Let's see. Daughters of Darkness is $42.60. I don't even get how that's a deal. Wonder Woman 1984 is $28 on 4K when it was $30. So I guess that's a little bit of a deal right now. Ratatouille, some of these Pixar titles, that's $13.99 on Blu-ray. Scent of a Woman, a Pacino film, is $6.99. I've got a review for a Pacino film coming up this week with Scarface, so definitely check that out. Let's see. A bunch of stuff that's coming. E.T. on 4K, guys. I cannot recommend E.T. on 4K enough. It looks great, and it's just the best film. One of the best films of all time. $12.99 right there, guys. The Leprechaun 7-movie collection is $14.96. All right. The Saint is $12.99. I don't know if The Saints come out yet. I know that was an announcement. that was supposed to come out. But the Tremor set is back out again for $43.37. Yeah, I'm trying to see if there's any more deals that are worth even talking about. But The Incredibles is $13.99. I don't usually go this far down when I'm doing these. Let's see. Because usually you just start running into stuff that you already covered. So I think the Pixar 4Ks are still $17.99 because I see Wally right there. She's the Man's $10. Super 8 is $20 to pre-order. Animal House is $22.99. Toy Soldiers $17.99. All right, so some good deals, some decent deals right there. What do you guys think about the deals? What do you guys think about these deals? Let's see. Technically Shout Select, but I'm not a digital guy. Yeah, sounds good. Thank you very much, Ken. Awesome. Glad you won that, man. Great job, Kobe Dog. Thank you, 4K Corner. Let's see. Oh, that indie set is going to be so nice. I already pre-ordered it. Why is Spaceballs 4K $27.99 and it's bare bones? Yeah, it kind of is. All the special features on that 4K are the exact same as what's on the Blu-ray. So, I guess you're just paying to see yogurt in 4K. Is all I'm guessing. Let's see. Martinez Joe says, "Want Cool as Ice, but we'll wait for the Kino sale." Yeah, that seems like a Kino sale kind of title right there. 4K Corner, it's Kino Rollover release, the Blu-ray that comes with a lot of special features. Let's see. Thanks for the heads up on Eyes Wide Shut. Need that for my Tom Cruise collection. I know. I think I'm going to grab that as well because I've got most of the Kubrick films. I need The Killing. I need Passive Glory. I need Lolita, and I think I need Eyes Wide Shut, and then I'll be done. I don't really want to buy Lolita. I really don't like that movie. But The Killing and Passive Glory both have Criterion releases that I definitely want to pick up. But I might just wait for the sale for those. All right, so let's get into some of these boutique sales that are going on right now. Like I said, we're going to dive a little deeper into sales than I usually do. But yeah, so a lot of cool stuff on sale right now. One of these was pointed out to me by Martinez Joe over the weekend, and I actually ordered a pretty good haul from the MVD Blue Underground sale. I'm not going to reveal what I got, but I will be doing an unboxing of that when it comes in. Also, the Easter Carnage sale from Arrow. I'll do an unboxing for that whenever I get that in. So, yeah. So the first one, we got the MVD Blue Underground 50% off spring cleaning sale. All right. So you guys see this one right now. Tons of really good titles for a really good price. Usually these are just so expensive that I never partake in them. It's just too much. But you got Daughters of Darkness, which is usually like $60. It's $29.98. So that's a good deal from that. House by the Cemetery is on 4K for $24.98. I've heard some really good things about the Blue Underground transfers for their 4Ks. Zombie is $24.98 right now. New York Ripper $24.98 on 4K. Like, yeah, you can't find those usually for under $40 to $45 on Amazon. So if you want these titles, I recommend you buy them now. And then you got some other ones. City of the Living Dead, another Fulci film, is $9.98. So you got some good titles on Blu-ray as well. House by the Cemetery on Blu-ray, I think, for $24.98. Two Evil Eyes, which I actually have. That's one Blue Underground release that I have, as a George Romero film, and Dario Argento for $24.98. I didn't really love that movie. It's kind of like an anthology movie. I didn't love that one, so I can't really recommend it. But if you've seen it before and you like it, it is a really awesome release. It has great special features, and freaking packaging is amazing. Let's see. Maniac on 4K is $24.98. Good release from that. Dario Argento film Inferno, which is one that I haven't seen yet, and I may or may not have ordered that one because I do want to check out more Argento. Strip Nude for Your Killer is $10. So yeah, lots of good deals right here in this. And if you don't want the 4K of Zombie, it's only $10 on Blu-ray. So good deal for that. Let's see. Living Dead, Rats, The Lift, Venom. So yeah, tons of good deals right here, guys. House by the Cemetery on Blu-ray. Yeah, definitely recommend checking this sale out. So I appreciate Martina's show for kind of cluing me into this one. Because yeah, like I said, I kind of went a little nuts with this one. So, but I will reveal what I grabbed in an unboxing whenever I get it in. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. I think it said like 8 days, but I know with these sales, everybody orders and then it usually takes a little bit longer to get them. So, all right, let's get into the next sale, which is the Easter Carnage sale, which actually ends tomorrow. So the last sale I covered, I think, goes until the 16th. Now this one ends tomorrow. So if you want anything from this Arrow sale, you are going to have to order tonight, or you will miss out on it. So let's see. The Easter Carnage sale. All right. Tons of great titles in this sale, though, for real. Let's see. The Solid Metal Nightmares, the film of Shikimoto, is only $54.99. That is a fantastic deal. That thing goes for $100 most of the time, and it comes with 8 movies. So yeah, for $50, definitely recommend that one. If you've been on the fence with checking that one out, Mallrats, which is one that I might jump back on and grab because I do want it. Is $18.99, so that's a really good price for that. It's hard to find that one for under like $27. The Stuff Blu-ray at $14.99. The Tremors HDR set. Let's look into this one. Tremors 4K is $27.99. So I know 4K said you said that was a little $40 was a little too pricey for you. Let's see if they actually have this right now because I know it just came back into stock. It looks like they have it. I don't see where it says that they're sold out or anything. So yeah, if you want that trimmer set, I don't know if you'll get it with the box set, but I cannot recommend that transfer enough. Like this is like one of the best 4K transfers that I've ever seen. And I haven't checked out a lot of the Arrow Video 4Ks. I did send them as a Paradiso. That was good. It wasn't great, but Tremors is like great. Like you could really tell the difference with that set. So yeah, I if you want that set, $27.99 is probably the best price you're going to get it for right now. So definitely recommend checking that out. Basket Case, which is another one that I may or may not have ordered. I do really want it. Man, I might have to get back on here and order some more stuff. This is nuts. Hellraiser on Blu-ray. I don't own Hellraiser on Blu-ray, and it's one of my favorite horror movies of all time. Ever since I heard the 4K was announced, though, I'm kind of I don't know if I want to get the Arrow because I'm just waiting for that or rumored or whatever. But hopefully that actually comes out. Society, I've heard good things about. Tons of just really good horror movies that I've heard great things about that I've never got a chance to check out. The American Werewolf in London set is $18.99. Honestly, this is one of my favorite sets in my collection. So that is a freaking awesome price for that right there. Weird Science, the Steelbook is only $12.99. I'm not too crazy about that Steelbook, if I'm being honest. I love my Arrow set that I got. Let's see if I can show it off. I'll take this out real quick. I love this Arrow set. If I can find it. Oh, here it is. I love this slipcover. It's freaking phenomenal for this release. So, but yeah, the Steelbook is the same cover as this, and I'm not too crazy about that cover, if I'm being honest. And the Steelbook, it looked okay. I think it came out in Best Buy when this first got released, but yeah, $12.99 is still a really good price for this release, though. So, all right, let's get back into what else they got. So, Auditions only $8.99. Reanimator standard Blu-ray. That's such a good movie. I have the Steelbook of Reanimator, so I don't need that one. But that movie is so much fun. I loved it. Alice Sweet Alice, only $18.99. House on Blu-ray. House was the first Arrow that I ever bought. And I kind of regret it because I didn't love that movie as much as I remembered. I mean, it's fine. I remember it being so much scarier than what it was, and it's really like a slapstick kind of comedy horror. But yeah, that was the first ever Arrow video that I bought because I was like, House on Blu-ray. People actually do shit like this. And I seen like the cover art. I'm like, I gotta have that. This before I really knew about Arrow and Screen Factory and stuff. RoboCop Standard Edition, $18.99. That Chud. That's one I need too. Haven't got a chance to check that one out. The Crazies, $14.99. It's a good price for that. George A. Romero film. Creepshow. That was the second Arrow. Creepshow 2 is the second Arrow I ever bought. Fun fact about me, but I used to watch Creepshow 2 all the time when I was a kid. I didn't see the first Creepshow until 3 years ago. I don't know why. I just never watched the first Creepshow. I always watched Creepshow 2 as a kid. So I had to buy that as soon as I saw it. Then I was disappointed it didn't come with the slipcover, but you get that when you buy them after they come out. The Last Starfighter, I didn't buy that one. I do like that cover on it a lot, but I already own it on Blu-ray, so I didn't feel the need to get that one. The One Missed Call trilogy, $17.99. I do own this, the One Missed Call trilogy, but I haven't got a chance to check it out yet. 12 Monkeys, only $18.99. Hellbound, Hellraiser 2. This one I might need to buy because, like I said, I love the first two Hellraisers. I love them both. I kind of want them both now. I might have to get both of those. I have a feeling that I might have to take out a loan to get some of these. Dead or Alive trilogy Blu-ray. Ringu collection, $44.99. The Bird with Crystal Plumage is only $16.99. So if you don't care about 4K, you just want that movie, definitely. Deep Red is only $18.99. 16 Candles is only $18.99. Silent Running is $18.99. Cruising, starring Al Pacino, William Friedkin, is $18.99. So Graveyards of Honor Standard Edition is only $27.99. Pulse. House 2 is one that I need to watch again because that's one I remember really liking a lot when I was a kid too, but I'm sure that would disappoint me as well. I just remember being really creeped out and scared by House when I was a kid, and that movie just really disappointed me when I rewatched it. Don't Torture a Duckling is only $18.99. Haven't seen that one. Heard good things though. The Apartments. I might need to order that one. That's a Arrow Academy, which of course they just discontinued. But I have never seen The Apartments, and I've always heard great things. I need to check that out. Eaten Alive is only $14.99. Let's see, Blood Rage, Torso, so just tons of good. That Cinema Paradiso 4K. That was a great release, to be honest. Brain Damage, $18.99. Dark Waters, Slugs, Blu-ray, The Mutilator, Children of the Corn. Damn, I love that cover on that. That is beautiful for Children of the Corn right there. Another one that was rumored for 4K this year was Children of the Corn. Vamp, Blu-ray, Black Cat, just tons of great titles right here, guys. Valera, Mistress of the Dark. I got this, so I do have like a kind of a partnership with Arrow. Sometimes they send me stuff, sometimes they don't. Here recently, they've been doing pretty good, but Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, they didn't send me the packaging. They just sent me the disc to review. So I did watch this last year, and I enjoyed that movie. I thought it was a lot of fun. I can't remember the actress that plays Elvira off the top of my head, but she just has so much charm and charisma. She's just excellent in that role. Flash Gordon, if you guys want the 4K for that, is $22.99. That's definitely a good price for that. Deadly Manor on Blu-ray. I do own this. Got it sent to me last year. That movie is it was fine. It felt like a movie that was made for like $100. Like it's just all in one location, and the actors just feel like people they scooped up off the street to come in and work for a day, and it's fine. It's fine. Doom Asylum Blu-ray is $18.99. Strip Nude for Your Killer, another version of that for the Arrow version, is $18.99. So yeah, so just some good deals. The Hills Have Eyes Standard Edition. I have the sequel. I don't have the first one though. I found the sequel at Target's. That's another. Let's see. Another story. It was really weird. I'll take this out again. It was very weird, but I found this at Target in the clearance section for like $15. I have no idea how it got there. I didn't even know Target sold Arrow videos, and I've never seen an Arrow video there since. But I found this at Target. I was like, I gotta buy it. Didn't even have a price on it. I was almost positive I was going to get to the checkout, and it just wasn't going to ring up, and I was just going to walk out with it. But it didn't happen. It rang up for like $20 or something. But yeah, I haven't watched this yet. Might have to get the first one just so I can complete the two. Of course, the classic Waterworld, the classic fantasy film that I love. It's my favorite fantasy film of all time is Waterworld. And yes, I know it's not. I know it's not a fan. Before everybody corrects me, it's like a joke from the movie collection battle over on 4K Corners channel, because he asked us to pull the best fantasy movie, and I pulled Waterworld because I wasn't thinking it was more sci-fi. But I don't know. I still think it could pass as fantasy, but yeah, probably not. It's a big stretch. Weird Science on Blu-ray for $18.99. I feel like Donnie Darko, which is getting the 4K release, is $16.99 right now. We'll go through one more, guys, and I don't want to be doing this all day, but go to the site yourself and check out what they got, because just tons of great titles for great price. And this is the best way. This is your opportunity to take advantage of these titles. Stock up on Arrow videos and Blue Underground and all that stuff when they're cheap. Don't waste $50 on one release, because you have opportunities like this to buy them for $18, $16, $17. So definitely, if I could give you guys one tip, wait for the sales, wait for the deals. You don't have to buy everything day one. Unless you just really want it and you're just really passionate about getting it. So yeah, some really good stuff, guys. Really good stuff from the Easter Carnage sale. So with that, we'll do another giveaway if you guys are into it. I'll go back and check out, see if there's any comments that I missed. We got about 28 people in here right now. If you can like this stream, I would definitely appreciate that. Let's go back in. Kobe Dog 31 says, Ken, did you decide if you will get the new remastered BVS 4K? Maybe somewhere down the line I'll get it. I just watched Batman vs Superman on 4K, the ultimate cut, and I did a review for it. I don't feel the need to watch that movie again for a while, even if it is in IMAX. So I might get it down the road just to kind of have it in the collection. Zombie 4K is my favorite Blue Underground release. Love that movie. I've heard great things about it. And to be honest, I can't wait to watch it. But I'm not saying I ordered that. I want that to be a surprise, but I can't wait to watch it. I'm really looking forward to it. Let's see. Blue Underground 4K transfers are amazing. I've heard the same. 4K Corner says, I hope you got Double Dragon MVD. Maybe. You have to wait and see. I'm going to do two separate videos. I might just lump them all in together if I get them within close proximity of each other. Or I might just do the Arrow unboxing and then the Blue Underground unboxing. But either way, it should be a cool video to do. Martinez Joe says, always on the sale finder. I know, man. I appreciate that. Finally got my 4K Dawn of the Dead. Yeah, I got that too, man. It's a great set. Great set. Kobe Dog 31 says, I got Schlock and Flash Gordon 4K from the Easter sale. Great pickups. Yeah, like I said, I might have to go back in there and grab Flash Gordon and some of those other titles. I don't know. I could literally probably spend $1,000 on that sale and just my life would be complete, but I just can't do it. I can't spend that much money. Kobe Dog 31 says, John McMinea, Lucky. That's such a good movie and a good transfer. Chongo Chalupa says, it would be cool if someone did a Tremors movie collection in Blu-ray or 4K. I would love to see Tremors 2 in 4K, because I love that movie too, but I haven't seen a lot of the other Tremors sequels, but I used to love watching the first Tremors and Tremors 2 when I was a kid. I just remember Tremors 2 had like the raptor type Tremors. You could tell that they clearly took inspiration, that it came out after Jurassic Park and they were trying to capitalize. Everybody was doing that in the 90s. Like Godzilla remake did it. Tremors did it. Everybody wanted to have like their version of the raptor in their monster movie. So I always enjoyed that one. That Tremors release only includes the first disc and none of the extra goodies. Really? I mean, still, it's not a bad price, and that transfer is really good. But that's disappointing to hear that they don't have the special features, because they did so many great special features in that Tremors. I've never seen anything like it. Like Kevin Bacon came back to do a freaking Arrow video interview. Like, it's so cool. They had everybody from the cast come back except for Reba and Fred Ward. I didn't see them, but everybody was in that those special features talking about Tremors. It was really cool. I enjoyed that. Arrow puts out some great 4K titles. Pitch Black and Crash looks good. I haven't got a chance to check out Pitch Black. I do want that one though. Kobe Dog 31 says Turbine Films is putting out Hellraiser in 4K. Yeah, that's the one. I did hear that rumor a while ago. Turbine is also putting out American Werewolf in London. Yeah, when those come out, those are like day one purchases for me because like those are just two of my top horror films of all time. That and The Thing and some of the other ones that we got announced. Grindhouse Tampa does live streams every Sunday at 9 p.m. on YouTube and talk about the new releases and sales. Tremors 4K is the only standard edition, not the limited edition. That's the box poster book. Awesome. I'll have to check that out. I wasn't aware of that. All right. Let's see what we got here, guys. Martinez Joe says, I was like that last year. The MVD Arrow sale ended buying 54 titles. I mean, that's honestly how you do it. Like, if you want to collect this shit, save up your money until these sales happen and drop them dollars right on them sales. I can't stop myself from buying stuff like week to week. Like, I have to have something new every week. I can't just save my money for 3 weeks and not buy anything and then wait for like a big sale or something. I can't help it. Like, I'm just constantly buying stuff. It's a sickness. Every single week I go out on Blu-ray hunts. I'm like, I'm only going to buy one title today. I always end up buying like 3 or 4. It's crazy. Let's see. Chongo Chalupa says Cassandra Peterson. Cassandra Peterson is Elvira. That is right. Thank you for pointing that out for me. Yeah, great character. Martinez Joe 74 says Target sells Arrow Video on their website, so if someone returns to the stores, ends up in clearance. Yeah, I did notice that and knew that. So that was interesting. Will you and Miss Michelle do a watch along on the channel? We've had conversations, and yeah, I'll kind of just let you all know a little bit. I don't know when it's going to happen, but I've had so many conversations about how I would love to do like I'm making my wife watch Suspiria video, just like these obscure horror films like Sleepaway Camp, stuff that she would never enjoy watching ordinarily. All the horror movies that I watch by myself. She likes horror, and she'll definitely watch it with me, but she likes more of the mainstream stuff. She doesn't really like older movies like 80s, 70s and stuff. She doesn't really enjoy those watching unless it's a classic she knows she loves from her childhood. But I told her I would love doing those kind of videos. I don't know if it'd be edited or be a live stream or what, where I make her watch just some crazy horror movie from like the 70s or 80s and see how she responds to it. Cause I think she would have some pretty raw, raw responses, but yeah, that's something that we've been talking about for sure. Martinez Joe 74 says there is a Tremors Blu-ray set. 1 through 6 have the steelbooks of it. Awesome. I actually pre-ordered a couple Blu-ray Underground 4K sets. Cool, man. Did you do it with the sale? MVD doesn't ship to Canada, sadly, just yet. Kobe Dog, man, you might have to move to America, dude, to get in on some of these awesome sales. And the Lionsgate slipcovers, man, I don't know why they don't include you Canadians in this stuff, man. It's just not very nice. Kobe Dog 31 says, I love Sleepaway Camp. I do too, man. It's so freaking nuts and crazy. I need to rewatch that again at some point. Movie Hoarder is here. Hey buddy, happy 1-year anniversary. I always appreciate the Blu-ray and 4K updates videos from you. You're the best. Thank you, man. I appreciate that so much. So with that, I guess we can get into a new code giveaway. I'm trying to think. Okay, I'll save this other one for the comment section of the video, since that's the more new release. So the one that I'm going to give away now is the steelbook not the steelbook, but the digital code for 1917 in 4K. So for this, all you have to do is comment, and I'm gonna try to make this a little bit more difficult. Or not real difficult, but something that I didn't just talk about like 30 minutes ago. Name me, because we're all physical media fans here. If you really are in the physical media, you probably know what the answer to this was, but name me the first movie that came out in the new Paramount Presents line. Came out last March or April, I think. But name me the number one in that Paramount Presents line that came out last year, and you will win a digital code of 1917 in 4K. And if that question is too difficult, and if I don't get an answer, I got another question I can ask. That might be a little bit easier. Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and pull it. But if you can name me the number one release that came out in that Paramount Presents line, I will give you the digital code for 1917 on 4K. All right, so let's go ahead and bring back up Bluray.com, and we will cover these new releases that are coming out this week. Let's see. All right. I got to find where to go for the new releases. Blu-ray.com is just such a great tool. This week on Blu-ray, April 12th through the 18th. All right. So this week isn't the best week. It probably won't be the best week for in-store releases, but there is some stuff that's coming out. I'll see if anybody gave me an answer. Ben Grimm answered Fatal Attraction, which is correct. So Ben Grimm won the digital code for 1917 and 4K. So Ben, whenever the stream goes off, just comments, or if you follow me on Instagram, just DM me on Instagram. Same for you, Kobe Dog 31. That might actually be the easiest way to do it. If either one of you all follow me on Instagram, Mid-Level Media, Mid-Level Movie Reviews, Twitter, I'm on Twitter as well. You guys can DM me there. Just DM me and I'll get it, and I'll just send the code right over to you. So, all right, let's see what is going on this week, guys. Of course, we've got Spaceballs in 4K coming out, and like 4K Corner says, it is a bare bones release. Let's go down here and see just what they're including, because I thought they had a little bit of special features to it. I can't. I thought there was some stuff in here. Maybe not. Maybe not too much going on with this release. It is a nice looking set, though. I mean, I do like the reversible cover art that they have on it, and I like the cover. So, I mean, I don't know. I've heard good things about it, and I love Spaceballs. It's probably, I don't know. I go back and forth between this one and Blazing Saddles as to which one is my favorite Mel Brooks film, or Young Frankenstein. All of them are great, but it's probably Spaceballs, because the funny thing is I remember watching Spaceballs before I was a Star Wars fan. I think I might have seen like Return of the Jedi. I think Return of the Jedi was the first Star Wars movie I saw, of like maybe 5 or 6 on TV. But I'm pretty sure I watched Spaceballs before I saw A New Hope or Empire Strikes Back. So I just loved watching Spaceballs. I just thought it was a hilarious movie. And I didn't get all like the references and stuff in that movie until later on when I watched Star Wars and became a big fan of that franchise. So that's kind of interesting. Yeah, I just remember watching Spaceballs all the time when I was like 7, 8. It was just, I loved it. One of my favorite movies. All right, so we've got Wildlife coming out from Kino Lorber. We've got I thought we had The Producers coming out this week from Kino Lorber as well. Am I not getting? Let me go back here. Let me because I don't think this is giving me like the full scope of the releases like I usually get. I might have to bring up another screen here, because there's another, like if you go to like the releases themselves on here. All right, I'm going to bring up this screen because it's a better one and it kind of shows stuff more in depth. All right, here we go. This is a little bit better right here. All right, Spaceballs in 4K, The Wildlife 1984. All right. The Wildlife, 1984. This is a Kino release. The producers, there you go. The producers. I didn't think that was the cover. I thought that had a different cover. 1968 Dynasty 3D, 1977, all coming from Kino Lore. Then we got Willy's Wonderland coming to Blu-ray in 2020. So this is the one that we'll probably see in Best Buy. I don't know if we'll probably see it in Walmart too, but if I'm knowing Walmart, they'll probably just have the DVD copy of this. I think it's a Lionsgate release. So you got Willy's Wonderland and Spaceballs. Those are like the two big 4K releases this week. And we got a Criterion that comes out this week. History is Made at Night. Josie and the Pussycats from Warner Archive. North Shore right here from Kino Lorber. This is the thing that annoys the hell out. I love Bluray.com, but like when I'm trying to make my come up with my notes and stuff for the physical media report, they can't put everything together. It's like you got Kino Lorber releases up here, you got Kino Lorber releases down here. The freaking Criterions are all separated. We got more Kinos down here. It's just nothing, everything's just all over the place, and it's so hard to like go through everything. I feel like I have to go through this list like 20 times to come up with everything. But yeah, that's just me venting a little bit. Spaceballs also has a Blu-ray release from Kino coming out this week as well, which I mean, it already has a Blu-ray, but it's getting another Blu-ray release from Kino with no special features. So I don't know what the draw is there. House of Cruel Dolls. What is that release? Full Moon Features is putting that one out. Let's see. Hercules and the Captive Women. That looks like a Severin release. Just looks like it. That is the Film Detective. I don't know what the Film Detective is. That's a new physical. Every week I discover a new a boutique physical media label that I've never heard of in my entire life. So it's really cool that they keep coming out with them. The Leap of Faith, which is William Friedkin on The Exorcist. Hold on a second. I got to look into this. Is this the Shudder original? Oh, I might have to buy this one. This one might be an in-store, but hopefully I find this in Best Buy tomorrow because I will absolutely purchase this. Yeah, I definitely want this in my collection. Documentary of The Exorcist. Hell yes. I didn't even realize that this was coming out. That is awesome. $16.59. Hopefully it's not that much. Hopefully we get the standard RLJE price of $13 in stores. But yeah, really hoping I find that one in stores tomorrow for sure. Yeah, definitely. I'm excited. I'm actually excited about that. I had no idea. Shrunken Heads. What is that? Full Moon Features. You guys just get like a peek into my process when I'm making my videos. I'll look at these. I'll be like, what the hell is that? Shrunken Heads. Of course, it's Full Moon Features. We got another Kino right here. 2 films by Lois Reber. Fukushima 50. I think this is not sure what this is. The media group. If I can get this ad out of my way. Come on, guys. What is this? All right. Doesn't look like that ad's moving. Okay. So yeah, Fukushima 50 on Blu-ray this week, September 30th, 1955. I don't know what this is. Bring that one up. Scorpion was released in that one. A lot of times I can tell just by the design or by the way that the cover is what it's going to be before I click on it. The Basher box set. I think that's a pretty big. Is that 88 films? It's doing that one. VCI. No, I've never heard of that one either, but I remember covering this one. This is a 4K restorations. Let's see. Killer Pinata. Who is releasing Killer Pinata? Is it Full Moon? Rising Sun Media. Okay. Some of these I don't ever feel the need to cover on the actual show. It's just too obscure. I like diving deep, but sometimes I just don't feel like diving that deep into the stuff. So this one is Code Red. I usually cover the Code Reds. Iron Master is coming out this week. Never heard of that one. But yeah, I like Code Red a lot. They did a great job on that Savage Streets transfer this year. Let's see. The Children on Blu-ray from Trauma. So Trauma's releasing stuff again. $14.99 right there, guys. So yeah, I think that's just about it as far as like new releases. Kids on the Slope, Laid Backers, 20 Le Mans 2020. Let's see. Yeah, that's like I said, a lackluster week right here for new releases. So we'll go ahead and get back. At this point, guys, I'm pretty much finished with my just regular rundown of the physical media report. So if you guys have any questions, I can open this up to like an ask me anything. I've got like 20, 30 minutes I can go. If anybody wants to ask me any questions, physical media related, movie related, whatever you guys want to ask, just to kind of celebrate the 1 year of the physical media report. If not, if everybody's pretty much spent, this has been about an hour and 21 minutes. We can go ahead and get the hell out of here, and I can do my my 4K digital code giveaway for the 10 Commandments, which is going to be for the comment section. So after this stream goes off, anybody that's in here right now can take part by commenting below. But yeah, I'll get into some of these comments, and I'll give you the criteria for that giveaway. And if nobody else has any questions, we will get out of here for the day. But yeah, appreciate everybody being in here. This has been honestly a really awesome stream, and it's just been so like low stress level. Like I just love just talking about physical media just in a casual way. And yeah, this has just been awesome. You guys have been awesome today. Let's see. Jose Sanchez says, Sane, what's up on my lunch break, buddy? Well, thank you for joining me, Jose. I appreciate that, man. Congratulations, Ben. Dynasty is a 3D Kino Lorber release. Can't wait for that. Later to see what's up with the Scream Factory releases. Movie Hoarder says, I feel the same way, buddy. It's crazy obsession. I'm skipping the month of April in order to save up money for the month of May and also summer break. Yeah, I can't do it. I can't skip any month. I just always want to buy stuff. It's nuts. Kobe Dog 31 says, sweet, I will DM you. Awesome, man. I look forward to your DM so I can send you your digital code. Jose Sanchez says, going to rewatch this later. Awesome, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate anybody watching this live, the replay. Just do me a favor and hit that like button. Also, drop me a little comment down below, you guys. Sometimes I think people just don't realize how much that helps. Just hitting the like button, dropping a comment. It really just helps with like the algorithms and kind of promoting your stuff out. Into YouTube. I mean, YouTube can be a very, I'm trying to think of a word here. Could be a very hard place to kind of get your name out there. And so every single time you all press that like button, it helps. Martinez Joe says, North Shore, have to order, need to upgrade. Love that film. Ben Graham says, oh, a new full moon. Yeah. Killer Pinata is cheesy, low budget fun. I can't believe you've seen that, Martinez. Let's see. Kobe Dog 31 says, Ken, Dracula and Frankenstein both turn 90 this year and already have 4K stands. Do you think Universal will release them in 4K UHD? I hope so. I really hope that's an announcement for like October. I think that would be freaking awesome. And I watched both of those movies for the first time last year. I watched a lot of 1931 movies last like summer and fall. Probably like 12 movies from 1939. I watched M and City Lights and Dracula and Frankenstein and Indiscreet, Public Enemies. Watched a lot of movies from 1931. Enjoyed them all. And yeah, those were both. I like Dracula a little bit more than Frankenstein. Frankenstein was crazy. That scene where he throws that girl in the water. I'm like, did that really just happen? Like, is she gonna get out? Like, what just happened there? It was a crazy moment. Honestly, one of the more shocking moments that I've ever had watching a movie before was in Frankenstein from 1931. But yeah, hopefully they do. Hopefully they release those. Rhino Nar 14 is here. Hello, how are you doing today? This is the first time I'm seeing you in one of my chats. Did you know Scream Factory is putting out Dead Zone? I did. I actually covered that at the very beginning of the show. Actually, probably around the 15-minute mark. So if you want to go back and watch all those, watch us talk about those, definitely do so. Super Lazy 1987 is here. Says hi, Ken. Hi, Super Lazy. How are you doing? How are you doing today? Jose Sanchez says it is very nuts the amount of money I spend spend a month on movies. LOL. I know, man. It's a sickness. It is a sickness. I finally got the Mule in 4K yesterday. Great looking picture. Yeah, I watched the Mule when it came out. It was I found it to be I thought it was good. But I also found it to be a little disappointing. I was hoping something more in line with like Gran Torino. And I mean, it was the first movie Clint Eastwood had acted in since Gran Torino. So I was just hoping for something a little bit more engrossing and engaging. And I didn't love all the story directions in that movie, but it was okay. Kobe Dog 31 says, I love Dracula 1931. It is so good. That was creepy. It was a creepy movie. And Bela Lugosi was just freaking phenomenal as that character. Rhino Knar says, did you know Scream Factory putting out the Dead Zone? Yeah, we covered that at the beginning of the show, so you can go back and check that out. You know, we talked about all of it. Dead Zone, House of Wax, the whole lineup. Kobe Dog 31, do you think we'll ever get The Exorcist in 4K? God, I hope so. That's like it's like one of the 4K releases I want. I'm thinking, I mean, that's a 1973 movie. We should at least get it by 2023, which sucks to think about. We'll have to wait 2 years for it, but I know how they like to line these 4K releases up with anniversaries, but I don't know. I don't think we'll get it this year, maybe next year, and probably 2023, to be honest. So yeah, I hope so. The Exorcist needs a 4K. Poltergeist needs a 4K. The Thing is supposedly getting a 4K this year. But yeah, I would love seeing Poltergeist and Exorcist in 4K soon, because those are just like two of my favorite horror movies of all time. Also, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That doesn't have a 4K, right? So maybe it doesn't. I'm pretty sure it doesn't though. Ranak Nar 14 says, are there bad Blu-ray movies with bad picture quality? Yeah, tons of them. I can't think a bad one off the top of my head. I know a 4K transfer that's not great that people bring up a lot is Terminator 2, which I can also attest to. It's not the best. But yeah, there's a lot of Blu-rays that don't have the best picture quality. Go and look at some of the earlier Scream Factory titles. I mean, as great as Scream Factory is, and I love them, some of their earlier titles are a little rough. Silent Night, Deadly Night is not the best transfer. I just did a review for Slumber Party Massacre, and there's some rough spots in that as well. Sleepaway Camp, not the best. So there's some definite transfers in the Scream Factory line. They're definitely getting better. But they're not great across the board. Let's see. Super Lazy 1987 says, love your Big Lots video you did the other day. Awesome. I'm glad you like that. Check that out. I enjoy doing those videos, to be honest. So Kobe Dog 31, will you pick up The Good, the Bad, the Ugly in 4K? I will, and hopefully I will be reviewing that on this channel as well. Texas doesn't have a 4K. It needs one. It for sure needs a 4K. Kobe Dog 31, Texas Chainsaw Massacre does have a 4K Blu-ray. Watched it last night. It doesn't have HDR, but it does have Atmos. Okay, Texas Chainsaw was a Turbine 4K UHD release, only available in Germany. My friend was in Germany and brought it back for me last year. That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, I know that sometimes you'll get those 4Ks earlier across the seas, and I know that a lot of the John Carpenter films are in 4K already over there before they were over here. With the I'm trying to think of the releases, but who's that? Who released Prince of Darkness and The Fog and everything in 4K before we got them over here? I cannot remember the name. God, it'll come to me in a second. Craig Shirley says, hi, first-time viewer. What is up, Craig Shirley? How are you doing today? We're just we did the physical media report. We talked about all the new releases, all the deals, what's coming out this week. the staples of the physical media report we already talked about. Just kind of doing just a little bit of a Q&A session right here and now, just talking about some stuff, talking about physical media with you guys. And then we'll probably wrap up the video. Let's see. I think they could have used the way better cover for House of Wax. I mean, I don't know the Dead Zone cover, though, is badass, but the House of Wax artwork. I like the House of Wax artwork on that Scream Factory color. If I'm being honest, I think that they should have maybe included. I have to go back and look. They might be like real small in the corner, but I think they should have had Elijah Cuthbert and Paris Hilton more prominently featured on that cover. Since that's the main thing I remember the movie for. But let's see. Studio Canal. Yep, you're right. Studio Canal. That's the one. That's the one. And they always usually do like the partnerships with Lionsgate and their 4K releases, like Total Recall and Basic Instinct that's coming out, I know. Also, Last Action Hero, I'm pretty sure. Studio Canal, I believe. Yep, you all are correct. Jose Sanchez says, sorry, man, I meant to say that maybe it's me, but I think House of Wax Scream Factory could have used better artwork, but Dead Zone artwork pretty bad. I agree that the Dead Zone artwork is better than the House of Wax. I really like that one a lot. Let's see. I can DM you the link for the Texas Chainsaw 4K Turbine ships to America. Would love to see you review it since you're a whore buff too. Yeah, you can go ahead and send it. And I may actually check that out. I want to get more into some of those more obscure titles from overseas and stuff, but I do need a region region-free player. I do need a region-free player so I can check out some of those titles. But maybe I don't have to worry about with that one, but I know often with those overseas ones you do. Let's see. Kobe Dog 31 says, already read that. I don't know why it popped off. Ronox says, did you know an American Tail and 5 Goes West have bad picture quality? I did not know that. I thought I purchased American Tail on Blu-ray from the bin. Maybe it wasn't American Tail. Maybe it was something else. I didn't know they had bad picture quality though. That sucks to hear. Those are two of my favorite animated movies from my childhood. Movie Hoarder says, I'm such a huge and diehard fan of Dracula, one of my favorite vampires of all time. Are you a big fan of the Francis Ford Coppola film, Dracula? Because I'm not a big fan of that one. But I do like Dracula and the story. What about Dracula 2000? I remember that being not so good. What about Dracula Untold? I don't even think I've seen that one. But yeah, the Bela Lugosi one was definitely awesome. Kobe Dog 31 says Texas Chainsaw is 4K. Don't need region free. Awesome. We'll have to check that out. So, all right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and start wrapping it up. If anybody has any other questions, I'll be happy to answer them. But I want to get into this 10 Commandments digital code giveaway. So, like I stated, we did some giveaways on the show. 1917. Weird Science. Ben Grimm won 1917, and Kobe Dog won Weird Science. Not Weird Science, but Dredd. Dredd in 4K. But now I'm going to give away the 10 Commandments. So this one will be available for anybody that's watching live and also anybody that is watching on the replay. But you have to leave your answer in the comments section below, okay? This is not going to be like a trivia question or anything. It's just going to be something for you to comment down below. And I'll go back through and I'll just randomly select anybody that wanted to enter this as the winner of this giveaway. So all you have to do in the comments section below, in addition to letting me know what you're excited about this week, what new announcements you're excited about, what as far as like new Scream Factories and Shout Factories that were announced are you most excited about, in addition to all that stuff, the usual stuff that you comment on these videos. I just want you to let me know, what is your favorite film starring Charlton Heston? That's all you guys have to let me know. Comment your favorite film starring Charlton Heston, and I will enter you to win the 4K digital code of the 10 Commandments. So I'll probably cut that off this Saturday. I'll run it till this Saturday. So you have till this Saturday to do that. And at that time, I will close it out and I will DM the person, or I'll reply to your comment down below. Or if you want to leave me your Instagram handle, your Twitter handle, that's probably the best way for me to reach you with the code. So I would recommend doing that. Otherwise, I'll just have to comment back that you won the digital code. So also be sure to like the video, be a subscriber of the channel, all that good stuff to win as well. And yeah, those are all the criteria for winning the 10 Commandments on 4K. But again, guys, I appreciate everybody making it out here today and this afternoon. I usually don't do a lot of daytime streaming, so I appreciate everybody that was able to check it out and able to come in here today. I know this is going to be a longer, more scattered episode of the Physical Media Report, but I really just wanted to do something special for this event, for this occasion, because it means a lot to me. I feel like this show has done a lot to help my channel, to help grow me and my brand here on YouTube. And I just appreciate all the support that you guys show me week to week with this show. I love doing it. I love kind of just pointing you all in the right direction of stuff and just highlighting things and just talking physical media. It's just my favorite thing to do. So just wanted to kind of commemorate that and do this special live stream. Going forward, starting next week with episode 53, we'll be back to the edited format. Shorter 18-20 minute physical media reports. I don't want to go live with the physical media reports every week or anything. It's something I might do every now and then, but I'll always announce it ahead of time. But if you guys like these type of live streams, I do go live twice a week on this channel. I usually do Ken's Movie Experience on Sunday night at 9:30. I didn't have one last night because I was preparing for this live stream. And then Tuesday nights, I have my World's Biggest Collectors podcast, where I just bring on a guest, another collector, and we talk about physical media. We answer your questions in the chat and all that good stuff. Tomorrow night, I'll be having Martinez Joe, who has over 10,000 Blu-rays, 4Ks, DVDs in his collection. So we're going to have a lot of stuff to talk about as far as new physical media, as far as just physical media topics in general, movie topics. So we'll be there to answer all of your questions in the chat, and that will be tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Night. So that usually goes up every Tuesday. So yeah, tons of live streams on this channel that I do every week that you guys can come check out. And as always, if you can't join live, watch the replay, drop a like, drop a comment. I always appreciate any support. So with that, guys, I'm going to bring up some of these other comments and then we will get out of here for the day. Kobe Dog 31 says Dracula Untold sucks. Do you like Black Klansman? I thought it was okay. It wasn't my favorite movie. I did enjoy John David Washington and Adam Driver in it. Unfortunately, most of my physical media is purchased online. Yeah, I mean, same here, except for when I go into stores every week and buy some. Congrats on first year, 40 more to go. Yeah, hopefully I'll be around for 40 more years on YouTube. I feel like I'm slow now. If I'm 75 doing YouTube, I'm going to be, I'll be doing like 5-hour live streams, just barely getting any information out at all. But I don't know. It's yeah, sure, 40 more years of the Physical Media Report to go. Hopefully physical media will still be around in 40 years. But yeah, I appreciate everybody joining. Please like, comment down below, subscribe to the channel. Again, guys, just so incredibly thankful that you guys tune into the show every single week, that you guys watch my channel, that you press the subscribe button. I appreciate you guys so much. But with that, guys, we'll see you next time.